It turns out that several of us there in the lab I was a little bit disenchanted because I wasn't sure what was going to happen next. And Mark Weisenstern was one of the people I worked with. He talked to me, he said, well, would you be interested in starting a company? And I said, well, yeah, I've thought about it. But I wasn't sure, I didn't know the other people in the lab that well since I hadn't been at Fairchild that long. So he got us all four together. It was David James, Dave Allison, and he, and then myself. And we met after hours and one day and started talking about it, and everybody had the same feelings that things at Fairchild were just not, there didn't seem to be a lot of directions. Most of the West Coast venture capitalists and banks and so forth were pretty much tied in with Fairchild or from the Fairchild people. And we thought we'd better go back east somewhere and seek something there. We got a call from Warren Hellman, and he wanted all of us to come up there and meet with him. But we knew that all four of us couldn't go, so it was decided that Dave James and myself would go up to New York. And so we flew up to New York, met with the Lehman Brothers, and at the end of the conversation, they asked us, did we have any kind of a business plan? Of course, both Dave, James, and myself looked at each other and said, wondering what the hell does he mean by business plan? But we could put one together if you just tell us what you want to know. So he finally sent us Warren Hellman then was kind of put in charge of that, of dealing with us. And he was one of the younger members of Lehman. He sent us a little outline of the kind of information they wanted. And it was basically nothing more than just a financial, how much money did we need, how were we going to spend it, and this sort of thing. How long would it last? So we put together a plan for about a year. And that consisted mostly of buying, the kind of equipment we thought we'd have to have and how much spending we'd do on that. And approximately how many people we thought we would end up with during that first year. Then we each got, some common stock as founders. From that point on, then we left, I think we made notice to Fairchild in August. And of course we exited pretty quick. They didn't want us around anymore, so we just left that day.